What is the mindset of an entrepreneur? Is it someone who just wants to change the world, change their lifestyle, or are they just fed up with the status quo? Well, let's ask Marco Soriano. He's a serial entrepreneur and he's done a lot of great things. Welcome, Marco. Nice to see you.
Oh, it's been a while, buddy. Thank you so much for having me here.
It's good to see you too again. So let's talk a little bit about the mindset of an entrepreneur. It is not an easy road, but a lot of people are starting to kind of get involved in entrepreneuring.
Hey, funny enough, I think we got to the point in life where, having a dependency on somebody else's idea, somebody else's company doesn't really truly makes us whole. So in a place, all the disruption that goes on almost every week, if not even more often than that, everybody wants to be on their own.
And so that's what we call, people quitting their jobs to start like an affiliate company with Amazon or to try something new that they've invented, some piece of software. There are a lot of things really that get in the way of success. And I don't think people are ready for failure.
No, not at all. I think most people like not only to be on their own, but create their own ideas. And one of the best things about having your own ideas is that journey, right? Of learning, experience, exposing yourself and disrupting markets. I think that's one of the biggest thrills that I get out of this.
Yeah, disrupting markets is tough to do, but a lot of people have done it. Look at, Steve Jobs and Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, those billionaires who have changed the way we live. But no one ever talks about how difficult that road is. And you know firsthand what that's like. What I'm talking about, the frustrations of sometimes investors don't come through, or the device doesn't work the way it's supposed to, the software fails. Tell me about those pitfalls and the struggles to kind of fight through that.
You should be expecting that all the time. And a big part of learning any of this is going through the mistakes, right? So the billionaires that you mentioned had to work out of a garage. Today's big failure that I noticed in a lot of entrepreneurs, because I was one, then I became an investor, is that they want things way too quickly. They don't want to work for it. And that's something to be said, that you need to be relaxed, that you need to really enjoy the journey, have conviction in your own ideas, but deliverables. That's what investors are really, truly looking for.
And the only way to create those deliverables is to be in 100%. There is no part-time entrepreneur, right?
No, absolutely no. You got it, man. It's 24/7, 365. Forget about holidays. Forget about even spending too much time with your own family. It's a sacrifice that should be made. And, it gets to the point that you reach that success. And once again, I define success in different ways, because everybody has their own perspective on it. And that should be defined from the very beginning to understand how much tolerance you got to go through this process.
You've recently written a book, right? Tell me about that.
Yes, I wrote a book and I published it. I presented it in Los Angeles, which is one of my favorite cities, even though I'm from New York. So don't tell anybody.
And you're in Milan right now.
And I'm in Milan today, right?
Yeah.
It's Entrepreneur Madness. I call it Entrepreneur Madness because I think there's a level of craziness that we all have to go through.
Yeah.
And one of my best lines is Albert Einstein's quote, right? Like, everybody thinks I'm crazy, but maybe I'm the normal one. So I go myself by that quite often.
I think it's interesting that you say that, because Einstein's saying basically mirrors Soriano Motori, because a lot of people thought you were crazy to create an electric motorcycle. And now everybody's talking about electric vehicles.
Absolutely.
You were the crazy one at first, right?
I loved it. Yeah. So part of it was, having the history, the legacy, my own family, and trying to come up with something completely disruptive. So took that narrative and merged it into something completely insane, where we have the first motorcycle in the world with gears, actual shifting gears on it, our own dashboard system, software system that could also accept cryptocurrency. How about that?
I mean, you're always on the cutting edge, Marco. I've got to hand it to you. It's great. The great lessons that you've taught other entrepreneurs, things in your book and your own personal life. Now, tell me about what you're working on next that should be of interest to us.
Believe it or not, I'm already flirting with the idea of metaverse, alphaverse, monograph, and NFTs. So I'm thinking about taking and integrating a full platform where people can buy not only our fashion, art, motorcycles that we're doing in a digital way, but also be able to trade that in the open market. And that's today something extremely hot.
The entrepreneur's entrepreneur. Thanks so much for being with us. It's great to catch up with you all the way from Milano, Italia. It's great to talk with you, my friend.
Hey, thank you. I'll see you around, buddy. Thank you.